Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Wednesday edition of Reporter's Notebook. For those of you who've maybe never tuned into a Reporter's Notebook before, it's one of my personal favorite segments we get to do here at WNCT, where usually towards the end of our work days, we get to bring in some coworkers in here to the digital studio and dive a little deeper into the stories that they cover for you guys each and every day and talk about what it's like to be a reporter here at WNCT, kind of behind the scenes. So today I am joined by a new face for Reporter's Notebook, Mr. Ryan Harper. How are you doing today?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. And Ryan is our new digital reporter and content producer as well. So he is in the studio all day, doing Now and ENCs, doing interviews, doing web updates, things like that, kind of similar to what I do. So Ryan, go ahead and introduce yourself. What brings you here to WNCT?
I came here to see if I can get stories on little known communities, maybe it's like the restaurant community, helping out the community, or maybe some art shows that's going on that need a little bit of light. So
I love that. Yeah. And those are always great because, news can be so negative a lot of the time, a lot of hard hitting negative stories. So it's so important. And so it feels good, honestly, to be able to put out, positive content and good feeling content. It feels really good to be able to do that. So we're super happy to have you. And let's dive right into some of the stories that you've been covering recently. So I know you did two yesterday, one about the QVC job fair and another one about a local filmmaker. So let's get right into the QVC job fair. What did you learn about this event that happened?
Well, I learned that there are like a certain amount of people in town who really wanted to help out the people who lost their jobs at the QVC factory. The factory burned down, I want to say about a month ago, and people from NC Works wanted to give a helping hand and make sure they find some kind of way to get people back on their feet, which I really loved. And it was an event held at Greenville Convention Center, and it was a steady stream of people. Of course, it happened in, I want to say, Rocky Mount, so people are traveling from there to Greenville to find employment. And in fact, the NC Works created this whole event with different vendors with different types of jobs, just in case, people want to do manual labor or anything else they had on cover. So that was pretty cool.
That's super awesome. Yeah, like you said, this was such a devastating event that happened, I believe in January of last year, was it? Or something, somewhere around that time. But yeah, this was super devastating. And to be able to host these events, and I know some other local areas, local cities have done the similar thing, being able to hold these job fairs for these people who, inevitably lost their job, their whole building completely is gone now. So amazing that all these cities and surrounding areas are trying to help these people out. I love that. And then the other story that you covered as well was a local film artist, filmmaker who has done a movie. So talk to us about, what this movie is called and what it's all about.
I spoke with a young, I want to say young man, but I don't know his age, but his name is James Jones. So he created a movie called Freedom of NC. He shot in North Carolina on local plantations and about a slave life. And it particularly stuck out to me because they actually shot on location, which usually, movies nowadays, they usually shoot on green screens, but the fact that they shot it on location at former actual plantations, that's blew my mind. So I had to interview him about the whole filmmaking process and how COVID affected casting and location shoots. So it was very eye-opening.
Wow, that's super cool. And you guys can find that article that Ryan did with that director on our website at WNCT.com. I think that is super amazing. And the fact that we have, a local filmmaker in the area who's doing a story about the history and the, deep-rooted history of North Carolina and how important that is, that we understand that, know it, and know that it happened, I think is amazing. So that is so cool. Well, I want to kind of, switch gears a little bit, get a little personal, because this is Reporter's Notebook, and we do like to have fun on here every now and then. So Ryan, you are from North Carolina. So are you more of a mountains, beach type of person? Do you go one way or the other?
I think beach would probably be the best for me. Yeah. I don't surf, but I like the water and the sand. Yeah. I mean, it's nice to just dip my toes in, but
There you go. Are you one of the people that actually like gets in the water? Or are you one of those people that just lays out on the beach all day and like bakes?
A little bit of both. It depends on who I'm with. So if everybody else is jumping in the water, then I am too.
I love it. See, I've normally been the person to jump in the water, but for some reason, all of these, recent shark shows that have come out have just like got me so terrified, and that's so lame to say, but I'm really such a big baby when it comes to the water now, and I feel so bad saying that, but I would love to get in and enjoy, but I'm too scared now at this point in my life. But we are kind of transitioning now out of winter. We're starting to get warmer. It was like 30 degrees at the start of this week, and it's supposed to be like 60s by the end of the week. So my other question for you, and I've been asking everybody this on our reporter's notebook, are you more of a warm weather type of guy, or are you like, bring on the snow, I want to go skiing, I want to make snow angels? What's your kind of weather?
Warm.
Oh, yeah. See, I feel like that's what everybody says. Everyone from North Carolina, that's just warm. I'm sick of the weather. I don't want snow. I hate it. Oh, man.
I very much like wearing shorts.
Yeah.
A t-shirt. So, no thanks.
See, I go for both. I could really go for both.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ryan, for taking the time out of your day to join us on this Reporter's Notebook and give a little introduction. I'm sure you guys are going to be seeing a lot more of Ryan in here in the digital studio and on Reporter's Notebook as well. So thank you so much for joining us, and thank you guys for watching another edition of Reporter's Notebook, and we'll see you next time.